Hey everybody, this is just a quick tutorial video for activity 4.2, investigating elastic energy. Alright, so if you're doing this activity, you might be doing it for a couple different reasons. One, you might be absent, you might have been on vacation when we did the lab, so now you're trying to make it up. You might be in the classroom and you're unable to do the lab for some reason with partners, so you're doing it individually. So for whatever the reason is, this video will guide you through the activity. So our learning target is we're going to define the characteristics of elastic energy. So in 4.1, we talked about deformation and rigidity and what the two were. And we talked about the differences between them. And we also added deformation, or EE, elastic energy, into our energy conversion diagram. So now we're going to do a little bit of experimentation with them, or we're going to at least explore them. In 4.3, you're really doing the experimentation part of this lesson. So if you scroll down, you're going to see a chart that looks like this. And it says try to stretch or squeeze and then answer the following questions. So if you're doing this online, you've got a little bit of a disadvantage, but I'm sure you have experience with all these objects and you're going to get the general gist of what we're trying to accomplish here. So you're going to be watching 4 videos, one on the spring, one on guitar strings, inverted half ball, and athletic shoes. And for each of those, you're going to answer these questions. What is the material made of? So you've experienced most of these, if not all of these items. Just do the best you can and guess if you need to based on what you see in the video. What evidence for elastic energy, or what is the evidence for elastic energy? Can the object be deformed? How? So watch the videos. What is the evidence of EE? Was the object deformed in some way? How was it deformed? What is the evidence for elastic energy? You might say, well, that's the same question. Well, but this one is different. Does the object return to its original shape? So watch carefully about that. So not only can it be deformed, but can it return to its original shape? And then what is the evidence for changes in gravitational energy? In other words, is the item that you have moving up and down? And for some of those, you're going to see absolutely there is some vertical movement involved. In fact, well, there's probably vertical movement involved with all of them. And then, is there any evidence for kinetic energy? In other words, was there some movement? Remember, kinetic energy must have motion. So watch those videos. Do the spring, the guitar string, the inverted half ball, athletic shoes. Was there KE involved? Was there motion involved? So you're going to fill this out, and I'm looking for a solid sentence out of each of these. What is the material made out of? That may not be a full sentence. If it's rubber, if it's plastic, whatever it is, just write that down. But for the other ones, answer these questions to the best of your ability. So once you get done with that, let's talk a little bit about where you find the videos. So if you go into the lesson for elastic energy, and see here, you'll be clicking on activity 4.2, but the videos are actually located down below. So if you scroll down a little bit, and you may have to scroll a little bit, you're going to look for activity videos. Some of the activities, and it might depend on what version of the online book you have, but some of them have now been embedded into it. So if you get into 4.2 and you see links to the videos there, awesome. If not, scroll down for the lesson 4 lessons, and you should see activity videos. If you click on that, you are going to be looking for 4 different videos. One is going to be labeled springs, and that goes with the spring. One is going to be labeled guitar strings, and it goes for the guitar string column. Here's the inverted half ball. It's actually behind the person's hands. He's about to release it. And then here's your athletic shoe. Now, once you get done collecting your data, go ahead and finish up the 3 questions that you see up above. And there is one making sense question. So if you are confused about these directions, if you don't really understand what you're supposed to be doing, make sure you ask. The last thing you want to do is waste a whole class period, not get anything done, and the excuse being, I didn't know what to do, when you could have just asked. So I'd be glad to help you. So as always, make sure you have questions if you have them, and good luck.